We are introduced to change the day we are born. We make space, we change relationships, we change lives, and we make space for ourselves because we are now going to be exposed to change. I want you to think of a moment in your life when something so impactful has actually shaped your journey where you are today or contributed it in some form.
So, we all have some behavior that we would like to change about ourselves. And we certainly all want to help someone else change their behavior in a positive way. So maybe it's your kid, your spouse, your colleague, about what gets people to change their behavior. So let's say you're trying to stop yourself from snacking. What do you tell yourself? Well, most people's inner monologue will say, beware, you'll be fat. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to scare ourselves and others into changing their behavior.
You will be told your whole life that you need to learn to listen. I would say that you need to learn to be the last to speak. I see it in boardrooms every day of the week. Even people who consider themselves good leaders, who may actually be decent leaders, will walk into a room and say, here's the problem, here's what I think, but I'm interested in your opinion, let's go around the room. It's too late. The skill to hold your opinions to yourself until everyone has spoken does two things. One, it gives everybody else the feeling that they have been heard. It gives everyone else the ability to feel that they have contributed. And two, you get the benefit of hearing what everybody else has to think before you render your opinion. The skill is really to keep your opinions to yourself. If you agree with somebody, don't nod yes. If you disagree with somebody, don't nod no.
So if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed.
Yeah, but people hate change, don't they? Well, if this is true, we've got to tell the fashion industry right away. Because they are based entirely on the idea that people want to change their look. And we better talk to the tourism industry as well, because apparently people don't want to go to other places. Yeah, I mean, and all those people in gyms, and those people who are trying to lose weight, and people having cosmetic surgery or getting their hair done, we've got to tell them how much they hate change. And people who have elections, and people who have affairs, we've got to tell them too. No, apparently you hate change. It's not true. Guess what? Bored people want change, frustrated people want change, passionate people want change, irritable people, cynical people. Actually, the number of people who want change is much greater than we imagine. It's not true that we hate it.
Kintsugi. Kintsugi is a Japanese term meaning they repair a crack in a ceramic with gold. Every single person is broken in some form. Any accidents of time, broken relationships can actually be repaired, and that valuable experience that you have when you're repairing that becomes gold. Do not let it go waste, because you don't know who's watching you. You don't know at this point that who's going to cross your path in life and actually learn from you. But more importantly, at that point, when you have that valuable experience, you are actually ready for the next unexpected change in your life. So you are the most precious thing out there. So do not hide your scars. Don't hide your broken relationships, and fill it up with the valuable experiences, because change is very powerful. And in this whole journey, every single one of you is making a new you.
One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are the toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better.